Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sally and this is Secret Life of a Seamstress, my channel where I talk all about sewing and crafting, knitting and crochet and other things sometimes as well. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 amazing free sewing patterns for loungewear. So I don't know about you, but here in the UK, it's January, it's freezing cold. I just want to be in hibernation mode, which means wearing lots of cozy loungewear and mainly sitting on the sofa knitting and watching TV. So obviously that can't always happen every single day, but I think cozy loungewear is definitely what I'm wanting to reach for day to day at the moment. So with that in mind, I've put together a list of 10 amazing free loungewear sewing patterns that I hope will be interesting to you if, like me, all you want to sew at the moment is the cozy things. So I thought I would include free sewing patterns for today because at the moment times are a little bit tough. We're all trying to save a bit of money here and there where we can, and there are loads of great free sewing patterns out there. And using free sewing patterns is something that I know I don't do enough of, and this year I definitely want to be better at it. Not only to save myself some money, but also to support other sewists and makers out there that are being helpful enough to put their own free patterns online. So I really hope this list will be helpful to you today, and that you might find something in there that you want to sew up this winter time. Or if it's not winter where you are, maybe you'll want to save this video and revisit it when it is winter time wherever you are. So today I've also included a couple of sewing patterns that are for men and for children as well, and not only for women, because I thought that might be helpful too. So the first pattern that I came across is actually for a man, and this one is from Tiana's Closet. So this is for a classic style hoodie. It has a lined hood, quite a large hood. It has a really big kangaroo style pocket on the front that you can put your hands in and keep them nice and snuggly. It has the drawstrings on the hood and a hemband and sleeve cuffs as well. So this has a really good size range included in the pattern. It comes from sizes XS to 5XL, and it's a print at home PDF digital download. So this one has instructions included on the blog. The only thing I would say about these instructions is that they aren't illustrated, they're just written in list format. If you haven't made a hoodie or a sweatshirt before, then you possibly might struggle with these instructions. There isn't a lot of hand holding along the way, but if you have made a hoodie or a sweatshirt before, then I think you'd be absolutely fine making this one, and it's a great free pattern for a man. The next pattern for a hoodie I found was actually from Mood Fabric. So if you haven't seen the Mood website, there are loads and loads of free patterns on that site. The pattern that caught my eye for today's video is this hoodie. So this is an unlined hoodie. The version included in the picture here is actually made from boiled wool. This one has straight sleeves without cuffs, and it has a straight hem as well and a little patch pocket, and it also has the drawstrings at the hood too. So this would be a really great beginner pattern. If you've not made a hoodie before, this would be a really good one to start with because there isn't any hem bands or sleeve bands or anything like that to include, so there's no sort of stretching around with cuffs and ribbing and things like that. This would be a really great pattern to start with. The size range in Mood patterns is amazing. So this one actually goes from a size 2 to a size 30, which is a size 32.5 bust to a 58.5 bust. So a really inclusive size range there. The instructions are really good with this pattern as well. So there are illustrated instructions that you can follow along the way, and you can use a really stable fabric. So as I say, this one is made from a boiled wool, which is a really good one to work with because it doesn't fray and it won't shift around or stretch out very easily. But you could also use like a stable knit fabric for this, like a sweatshirt fabric or ponte or something, and that would work really nicely as well. The next great hoodie pattern I found was this one from Melly Sews. So this is a unisex hoodie pattern, so it can be worn by a male or a female. The only downside to this pattern is that it is drafted for a 36 to a 38 inch chest only, so it's just a one size pattern. However, on the Melly Sews website, there is a blog post which shares in detail how to resize a pattern and how to make it bigger or smaller. So you could definitely use this pattern as a good base if you did want to make the hoodie larger or smaller. You can also pay for a multi-size pattern if you would prefer to do that. So you can actually buy this pattern as a multi-size pattern if you don't want to use the free pattern and resize it yourself. So this again is your classic style hoodie with the kangaroo front pocket, the hemband, the sleeve cuffs, a big oversized hood with a drawstring, and it can be made from all of your usual sort of sweatshirt type fabrics. The instructions for sewing this hoodie are really clear and well illustrated. There are photos throughout, and there's actually also a YouTube video as well that goes alongside this pattern if you would like some help. So moving on from hoodies and onto sweatshirts, I found a really cute free pattern that is great for smaller children. And this is a free pattern that you can download from Small Dream Factory. I thought this little sweatshirt was so cute. So this is just your sort of classic crew neck sweatshirt. It has ribbing around the neckline, and it has ribbing at the hem and the sleeve cuffs as well. But the good thing about this one is that it does actually open up at the shoulder with 2 snap fastenings. So if you do have small children or babies that you're making for, the snaps just make it much easier to get on and off and over a baby or a child's head. So as always, this one can be made from a variety of different fabrics, sweatshirt fabrics, French terry, ponte, or anything that's nice and cozy and snuggly for a little child to wear. The age range in this one is actually quite tiny. It only goes from newborn to age 2. So this one again is a PDF print at home digital download. The instructions on the website are great, and they're fully illustrated as well. And I thought this one would be really good for using up scraps. So if you have scraps laying around of jersey or French terry or whatever, you can make a lovely little sweatshirt to give to someone or to use for your own children. Next in sweatshirts, I found another really great pattern from Mood. So this one again is quite a classic style sweatshirt. It's quite cropped, it has a straight hem, it has sleeve cuffs and a neckband. But the good thing about this one is that it has a sleeve that's sewn in 2 parts. So you'll see from the image here that you can actually jazz this sweatshirt up a little bit using an overlay. So in the picture they've used some mesh that you can sort of gather into the sleeve and make it a little bit more fancy. And there's also a version on the website using stretch sequin mesh as well, and that just looks a little bit more dressy, and it could be worn for going out or something rather than just for casual wear. But of course you don't have to use those things. You could make the sweatshirt as it is, but you could do like a colour blocking on the sleeve or something to make it a little bit more interesting if you wanted to. If you don't want to do any of those things, then this would be a really lovely, easy sweatshirt to make. So as with the last Mood pattern, there's a great size range again. It goes from a size 2 to a size 30, which is a 32.5 bust to a 58.5 bust. It's a PDF print at home digital download, and the instructions on the Mood website are really clear with photo illustrations throughout. So another great free pattern from Mood. The next free sweatshirt pattern I wanted to include is this one from Life So Savoury. So there again are loads of free patterns on the Life So Savoury website. It's a really good resource, but this one caught my eye since I was talking about loungewear today. And this one is a really loose fitting raglan style sweatshirt. So the raglan sleeves are really quite wide in this sweatshirt, and it almost looks as though it's got a bit of a batwing style to it, which I really liked and thought was quite different. So this would be a really quick and easy sew. Raglan seams are really easy to sew. It does have the neckband, a hemband and the sleeve cuffs as well to give it that sort of sweatshirt feel, and the hemband at the bottom just bring it all in a little bit as well to make it look a little bit more fitted. So the instructions suggest that you can use a French terry for this, or a sweatshirt in fabric. Something with a bit of drape would be nice with those sleeves, I think. The sizing from this one ranges from an XS to a triple XL, which is a size 32 bust up to a 50-inch bust. So quite a good inclusive size range again for a free pattern, I thought. It's a PDF print at home digital download with good clear instructions again throughout, and I thought this one again would be good for scrap busting actually, because raglan sleeve seams are really good for colour blocking. They work really well if you're going to use a different colour for the sleeves than you are to the body. So yeah, a great one I thought for using up all of your scraps. So on to loungewear bottoms, and I wanted to include a couple of pairs of leggings in bottoms because I think leggings are great for loungewear. You can wear them for sports and things like that, but you can also wear them with a big comfy oversized sweatshirt or hoodie, maybe one of the patterns that I've already included. It's just a really comfy sort of lounging around the house type outfit. So the first leggings pattern that I came across online was this one by Graziala, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, fabrics, and they have a really lovely free leggings pattern on their website. So this is a super quick and easy leggings sewing pattern. It has quite a narrow waistband, an elasticated waist of course, no outside seam, so there is just sort of the inner leg seam to sew, and then the hems are just turned up. So a lovely, nice and easy leggings sewing pattern. The size range in this one ranges from a size 6 to a size 20. The whole thing is downloaded as a PDF, so the pattern and the tutorial are downloaded from the By Graziala website when you sign up and put in your email address. This is a pattern that I really do want to try this year actually. I've never made a pair of leggings, but I wear leggings so often, and I also wear them for doing yoga and Pilates and things like that. So I really do need to venture out and try and make a pair of leggings this year. This would be a really good one for cotton jerseys, bamboo or viscose jerseys, or of course lycra and activewear fabrics as well. Another great leggings pattern that I found was the Anything But Basic leggings pattern by the Diby Club, which is the Do It Better Yourself club. So I wanted to include this leggings pattern as well because it has a much more inclusive size range to it. The sizes in this pattern range from a 00 to a size 36, which is a 20-inch waist up to a 59-inch waist. So a little bit more inclusive maybe than the By Graziala leggings pattern. I really like this pattern as well because it has a choice of waistbands. So you can either make the leggings with a wide waistband or you can make it with a narrower waistband. There are also pattern pieces for 4 different lengths to these leggings as well. So you can make a pair of short cycling shorts, or you can make a pair of knee-length shorts or capri style leggings as well. So I thought that was really good, and for a free pattern it's really good to have all of those different options. The Diby Club patterns come with really clear, thorough instructions, so if you are a little bit nervous about sewing up maybe your first pair of leggings, maybe you've never sewn with a stretch knit before, they are a really good pattern company to go with. I have made a couple of their patterns and they're always really great. They have really good tutorials on their website to go alongside their patterns as well. So this one would be a really good one for beginners too, I think. And again, you just need to use any kind of 4-way stretch knit fabric like a jersey, such as a cotton jersey or a viscose or bamboo jersey or something like that, or lycra or activewear knits again. Next I wanted to include this pair of yoga pants by Hey June Handmade. So I thought it would be interesting to include a pair of wider legged leggings. So these are sort of your traditional style yoga pants. They have 2 different waistband options, so you can make a plain wide waistband or you can have this kind of crossover look waistband as well, which I think is really nice. So the leggings are actually fitted at the top part of your leg and then they flare out at the bottom of your leg into a kind of bell-bottom style. So your traditional style pair of yoga pants really, but they can be worn for anything. They don't have to be worn for yoga and exercise, they can just be worn around the house as a really comfy pair of loungewear trousers, or you can wear them to go out of the house as well, and I think they would be dressy enough to do that. The sizes for this pair of yoga pants range from a size XS to an XXL. And the waist size for that is a 25 to a 35-inch waist, so possibly not the most size inclusive pattern. Again, this is a print at home PDF digital download with great clear instructions included as well, and you can use any kind of sort of 4-way stretch fabric, so cotton jersey again, possibly even like a stretch velvet or something like that might work as well. You possibly want something with a little bit more structure for these ones so that you get the nice shaped leg at the bottom like a cotton jersey or something like that, maybe rather than a viscose, but a viscose would work well as well. You just get a little bit more drape to those hems. I thought that one was a little bit different, so I thought I would include that one today too. My next free pattern is another one from Life So Savoury again. I was actually looking for a free pattern for a pair of jogging bottoms, and this one cropped up and I thought it was a really lovely style. So these joggers have a lovely elasticated waist, they have a nice narrow tapered leg, so they do look quite modern and quite smart if you are going to wear them out of the house. They have 2 slant pockets at the front as well, which is always really handy, and they have a cuff at the ankle to bring them all in nicely at the bottom. So these can be sewn from your usual kind of jogging bottom fabrics like sweatshirt fabrics, French terry, ponte even. Something with around a 20 to a 25% stretch, it says in the pattern, will work really nicely. So So this is another print at home PDF digital download, and like with my other Life So Savoury pattern, it has really clear illustrated instructions as well. So I think this would be a good one again if you are a beginner or you've not sewn jogging bottoms or loungewear before. The sizes for this one again range from an extra small to an XXL, and that is a waist measurement of 21 inches to 41 inches. So a great free pattern for a beginner possibly wanting to sew jogging bottoms for the first time, or if you're a more experienced sewer, then I'm sure you would knock these up really easily. So for my last bonus pattern, I really wanted to include this pattern by Ellie and Mac because I think it's amazing. So this is actually a pyjama pattern, and I thought I'd include it because who doesn't love lounging around in a pair of pyjamas in the colder months? I know I do. But look how many options you get in this free pattern. So there's an amazing size range in this pattern too. It ranges from an extra small up to a 6XL. So it's actually drafted for men and women, male and female, it says. And there are so many different style options that you can make to these pyjamas. So you can make a really traditional style shirt, button-up style pair of pyjamas. You can make a button-up night shirt. You can also make some really nice cozy jersey pyjamas with a long sleeve top and some nice cozy jersey bottoms as well. And there's also an option for a jersey night shirt as well. So I thought this would be a great one to just have in your pattern stash and just bring out whenever you need to make a different pair of pyjamas, like if you're making Christmas pyjamas or something. It would just be such a good handy pattern to have. So I really wanted to include that one as a bonus pattern at the end. So there we are, that brings me to the end of my roundup of 10 free loungewear sewing patterns. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope there'll be something in my list today that's inspired you to sew up a free pattern for the colder months, or just whenever you want to be cozy really. They can be worn in the warmer months as well, of course. Thanks so much for watching everyone. Let me know if you'd like more of this type of video, free pattern videos, or just sort of pattern lists and inspiration in general. I'd love to know. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more sewing and crafting content. And if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. Let me know in the comments as well if you have any more free patterns to include that I've missed out today that you want to share. I'm sure everyone would love to see as well. Take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.